Hollywood is buzzing about last night's 24th annual BET Awards. Stars hit the blue carpet with tons of eye-popping fashion, and Usher's appearance has social media going wild. So let's break down the night's best looks and most memorable moments with ABC News contributor and radio personality DJ Megan Wright and Beyonce's go-to stylist KJ Moody, both joining from LA. Thanks. Thank you both for being on. Megan, we have to start with Usher. What was that?
Okay, so much was happening, but before I even get into kind of like, everything that was going down, I just want to say big congratulations obviously goes out to Usher. He had a crazy, 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 crazy year, going from, let's see, Vegas to the Super Bowl to announcing the tour and then winning the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, depending if you were in the audience or if you were watching on TV, things were going down differently. And then I'm here in the West Coast. Me and KJ are over here. So we're seeing everything 3 hours later. So I'm talking to super producer extraordinaire Janetta over at ABC, and she's giving me the heads up on what's happening and saying basically as people were watching, they couldn't hear most of Usher's speech. He did a 12-minute long speech, and only about 4 minutes of it was audible. And so, of course, the jokes start flying online. Also some people saying was Usher saying some things that were controversial. But if you've watched the BET Awards over the years, you know that they get really sensitive with the censor button. I don't know who's in charge of that, but I feel like they need to fix it, because when I went back and watched people who were actually there, Usher had some very, very important things to say. And it's really kind of sad that we didn't get to hear him talk about, his career, him talk about, the changes he's making as a family, with his family. Also to talk about, his father and some of the struggles. And, it just would have been a really great moment. So hopefully, BET will get it together, because again, two different sides. He did curse a little bit, but, when I sat back and watched the full speech again from people who were there, it's really a shame that we didn't get to see it.
It's odd, because it came across almost like a rant, like it wasn't planned, it was disjointed, because there was so much of it broken up. And you're saying that was because of the censor button, not because it actually was that kind of a speech.
Right, because when you're watching it on mute, you're kind of seeing him point around, you're seeing him look back, and you're like, what is he actually saying? But if you were in the audience, he kind of started, and was like, look, I didn't really write anything down, but then went on for 12 minutes, flawlessly. And again, if you're watching this on mute, you're like, okay, he needs to wrap it up. What is he saying? What is going on? But again, that is not what was happening. If you get a chance to find, somebody that was in the audience and be able to check out like their clips from their phone, it was a really, really great speech.
Interesting. KJ, what were your favorite looks from the blue carpet last night? I know there are many, but we're going to try to narrow them down.
There were so many great moments. But last night was really a Versace night. From Tyla to Ice Spice to Victoria Monet to Usher, they were all in Versace. My favorite, though, had to be Victoria Monet. When she removed the skirt and it turned into a sexy mini dress, when she accepted one of her awards, I loved it.
And Megan, what about performances? There are so many highlights on that front, but what stood out to you?
Oh, man, so much went down. I have to start off, opening with Taraji P. Henson. Diana, I don't know if you've ever done karaoke, but it is harder than it looks to perform an entire rap song. And Taraji P. Henson opened up. Look at her. I mean, she's doing Kendrick Lamar. She is doing a parody of Not Like Us. She changed the lyrics. So she went from a full-blown performance, taking her inner, actor skills and really selling it, to then starting off hosting the show. And I know I couldn't do it. Again, after doing karaoke for like 5 minutes, I felt like I was going to faint. Like, it's really, really hard.
Okay, one, I think we're all doing karaoke now. And two, I also loved it because it's just so different from what we're used to seeing from Taraji P. Henson. It was just such a different side to her. Such a great way to kick off the night.
I love it. I love it. And also, I love how they always flash back to Tyrese. Whenever Taraji is on BET and Tyrese is there, because of the classic baby boy moments, we get to see that. Also, of course, Usher, we talked about his speech, but his tribute was crazy as well. I have a whole list of performers. Like, there's so many people hit the stage to honor him, from Childish Gambino to Keke Palmer, Summer Walker, Marsha Ambrosius, Chloe Bailey, Tinashe, Tiana Taylor, Victoria Monet, and Lotto. And look, tributes are really, really hard, right? No matter who you are doing a tribute to, people are going to have stuff to say, especially because now, you can get online, social media, you're commenting in real time, which I feel like we missed out on family TV time because we're not, you know, in LA. So you're never going to make everybody happy with these tributes. But to me, what's important is the artists are doing their thing and kind of doing their rendition of who they're attributing. So I liked it. I liked it.
KJ, what about the fashion trends? Was there anything new from last night that you're thinking we're going to see a lot more of this going forward?
Yes, men wearing brooches and appliques on their suits. There was a lot of that last night. From Babyface, he had a flower applique on his Dolce suit. Tisha Boozy had an applique attached to his blazer. I think that's a safe way for men to kind of step out and stand out, but also still not feel like they're doing too much.
A little flair. And Megan, Will Smith took the stage last night with a new song. Is this a comeback?
Yeah, okay, so this is where, you know, when he came out on stage, you know, he said something. He said, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but whatever's going on in your life right now, I'm here to tell you that you can make it. And a lot of people are obviously assuming, you know, what happened at the Oscars 2 years ago. It's crazy that it's been 2 years already. So he took us to church with this performance. He was backed up by R&B singer Friday and, of course, the Sunday Service Choir. And then Kirk Franklin even came out, you know, so it was just like, to me, a really great moment. Again, to see Will Smith. This was his debut performance at the BET Awards, and again, his first time at an award show since the Oscars.
All right, Megan Wright, KJ Moody, thank you both.